All right, good morning, everyone. Today is welcome to the Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session. Today is November 10, 2022. Let's begin with the Court of Common Pleas.
Resolution number 84122. Resolution authorizing non-general fund appropriation adjustments for the Adult Probation Department.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kimberly Canada, Director of Finance for the Common Pleas Court, and with me is Walt Pesterfield, Chief Probation Officer. This resolution approves the transfer and supplemental of appropriations for the non-general fund community correction grants provided to the Adult Probation Department from the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections. Both the transfer and supplemental requests are necessary to allow each fund to address final year-end purchases and payments to complete the calendar year. Pending any questions, we request your approval.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 84122.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes.
Resolution number 84122 has been adopted.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Here.
Resolution number 84222. A resolution declaring the official intent and reasonable expectation of Franklin County on behalf of the state of Ohio to reimburse its motor vehicle license and gas tax fund for the Sunbury Road 0.02 over Argyle Woodland Run project, CC 11Z and CC 12Z, with the proceeds of tax exempt debt of the state of Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nick Soulis, Government Affairs Liaison for County Engineer Cornell Robertson. Commissioners, this first resolution authorizes the engineer to procure a $750,000 loan from the Ohio Public Works Commission for the Sunbury Road over Argyle Woodland Run project. This loan is part of a successful OPWC application from 2021, in which the engineer also received a $250,000 grant. It's a 0% loan that must be repaid over 30 years. So pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 842.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 84222 has been adopted. Resolution number 84322. Resolution authorizing Franklin County Engineer to enter into a contract modification with the Manic Smith Group Incorporated for construction inspection services, an increase of $134,545.49 for a revised contract amount of $372,837.
Commissioners, this next resolution seeks approval of the contract modification with the Manic Smith Group. It's the result of a need for additional construction inspection services on additional projects. Therefore, we need to modify the original agreement to provide for these services. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 84322.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 84322 has been adopted. Resolution number 84422. Resolution authorizing a contract with Avocado Construction Technology Services LLC consultant to provide expert knowledge and consulting services to support multiple e-builder initiatives in the amount of $24,840.
Commissioners, this next resolution authorizes a contract with a consultant to provide expert knowledge and consulting services to support multiple e-builder initiatives. The e-builder software program assists the engineer with construction program management information for capital projects to track performance across the entire project lifestyle, reducing risk and improving performance. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 84422.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes.
Resolution number 84422 has been adopted. Resolution number 84522. Report 6 of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owner's property abutting the Lockhorn Road, County Road number 13 at London Grove Port Road, State Route 317, Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $122,243.
Commissioners, this next resolution seeks compensation for one property owner abutting the Lockbourne Road at London Groveport Road improvement projects. As we mentioned previously, this was a two-way stop intersection, and we replaced it with a modern roundabout. On November 23rd and 2021, we've referred this matter to the prosecutor's office for appropriation proceedings. And through settlement discussions, the prosecutor's office and our office have agreed to a settlement of $122,243. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 845-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 845-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 846-22. Report 13th of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for portion of the owners of property abutting the Elliott Road and Hayden Run Road Drainage Improvement Project, Brown Township and Washington Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $10,000.
Commissioners, this next resolution seeks compensation for a property owner abutting the aforementioned project in Washington Township. This is the reconstruction of the Joseph Carr Ditch by repairing and replacing drainage tile and upgrading the roadway drainage along Hayden Run Road. We did refer this matter back in 2021 to the prosecutor's office for appropriation proceedings. Through settlement discussions, the prosecutor's office and the engineer's office recommend the settlement of $10,000 for this, an additional amount of $10,000 for this appropriation. We ask for your approval pending any questions.
Comments or questions? I'll move approval of resolution 846.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 846-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 847-22. Report 14th of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Elliott Road and Hayden Run Road Drainage Improvement Project, Brown Township and Washington Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $10,000.
Commissioners, this resolution is very similar to the previous one. This again is the reconstruction of the Joseph Carr Ditch. And this matter was referred to the prosecutor's office in 21 as well for appropriation proceedings. They are nearby property owners, and we did settle this again in an amount of $10,000 with the recommendation of the prosecutor's office and the engineer's office to do so. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 847-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 847-22 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
You, next is Sheriff.
Resolution number 848-22. Resolution authorizing a second contract extension and modification with County Towing and Storage LLC for towing and impound management services in the amount of $50,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Albert Smith, Assistant Finance Director for the Sheriff's Office. Our resolution this morning authorizes a contract with County Towing and Storage to provide towing and impound services for our office. The original contract was approved on September 15th of 2020 under resolution number 622-20. This is the second contract extension of 4 optional one-year extensions, which will run through October 4th of 2023. There is no modification to this contract extension. Pending any questions, I request passage of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 848-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 848-22 has been adopted. Resolution number
Commissioners.
Resolution number 849-22. Resolution authorizing contracts for canned, dried, frozen, and dairy food products for the Franklin County Correctional Facilities for a 6-month period in the amount of $1,200,000.
I think you didn't remember that that's another resolution.
Albert? Are you still with us here?
It's the same annual thing.
Albert, if you could hear us, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Are you
Hold
able
on
to?
1 second here. I'm sorry.
Can we keep going, and just come back to him? Just let us know when you're ready, Albert. The treasurer's office here ready? Let's do it.
Resolution number 85022. Resolution authorizing a contract with Mapsys Incorporated to provide requested support and maintenance to the Franklin County Treasurer application in the amount of $110,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Dustin Cohorst. I'm the Director of IT for the Franklin County Treasurer. The Franklin County Treasurer's Office is entering a contract with Mapsys Inc. to provide requested support and maintenance to the Franklin County Treasurer application fax in the amount of $110,000 for a duration of 6 months. Mapsys is a Franklin County headquartered and state term scheduled vendor and Ohio State term schedule number 534409-1. The Franklin County Treasurer's Office maintains the main operations of the agency within fax. It ensures advancing technology is properly planned for, managed, and utilized for the benefit of the county by continuing to enhance the main application fax. The total cost to the county shall not exceed $110,000. We respectfully ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions on the approval of resolution 22.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 85022 has been adopted.
Great, thank you. Sheriff Talk, are you ready to go, Albert?
Can you come back to me in just a second? I'm trying to pull up the information for the actual resolution. I apologize.
Okay, do you need the number? It's 849-22.
Commissioner, we
That's-
approved that, the form, I can help with that.
Sorry.
We approved that
Yeah,
contract.
why don't we keep going and come back to that, so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Emergency Management Agency.
Resolution number 85122. Resolution authorizing the approval of a contract modification to the agreement for Everbridge Mass Notification System services to include the Visual Command Center for Critical Event Management in the amount of $85,647.83.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Young, representing Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security. This resolution to modify our current GSA-based contract with Everbridge Inc. will allow us to utilize the Visual Command Center as part of our critical event management package, as well as provide for dedicated technical support resources as we continue to develop our role in sharing common operating picture awareness, as well as relevant risks impacting all jurisdictions within Franklin County. Utilizing dozens of contextual data elements, the Everbridge Risk Intelligence Monitoring Center provides around-the-clock information on planned, ongoing, or stabilized situations that may be relevant to the safety and security of not only Franklin County residents, but our critical infrastructure and supply chains locally, across the state, the nation, and the globe. This modification was developed with the assistance of the Franklin County Purchasing and the Prosecutor's Office. I'll gladly answer any questions you may have and ask for your approval of this resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 85122 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Veteran Services.
Resolution number 85222. Resolution authorizing the contract's final extension and second modification for Veteran Service Commission and Mike's Copy Works for consulting services for advertising and promotional media placement in the amount of $133,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Matt Zelnick, Assistant Director of Franklin County Veteran Service Commission. The Franklin County Veterans Service Commission has a need to place advertising and promotional media to increase awareness to both the general public and more specifically the veterans of Franklin County on the programs and services offered by our agency. Our agency has used Mike's Copyworks for the past 4 years with great results. Mike's Copyworks has provided assistance and guidance in the development of content and the purchase of advertising and promotional information for media sources here in Franklin County, allowing us to impact our target audience. The term of the contract extension number 4, modification number 2, shall be for a period through November 18, 2023. If you don't have any questions, we respectfully request your approval.
There are no comments or questions on the approval of resolution 5222.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 85222 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Albert, you ready?
I am ready to go. I apologize.
All right, hit it.
I can read it again. Resolution number 84922. Resolution authorizing contracts for canned, dried, frozen, and dairy food products for the Franklin County Correctional Facilities for a 6-month period in the amount of $1,200,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Again, sorry for the delay on the second resolution. Our second resolution authorizes a 6-month contract through May 8th of 2023 to supply the jails with canned and dry frozen foods. All items have a firm and fixed price through the contract extension and are part of the certified menu for the Corrections Division. The contract was competitively bid through county purchasing, where vendors were chosen based on price and delivery capabilities. Pending any questions, I request passage of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions on the approval of resolution 84922.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes.
Resolution number 84922 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right, next, economic development planning.
Resolution number 85322. Resolution authorizing an amendment to the Economic Development Agreement with the Greater Columbus Convention and Visitors Bureau for promoting tourism in Franklin County in the amount of $750,000.
Morning, Commissioners. Director James Schimmer from Economic Development and Planning. This particular resolution will authorize $750,000 to assist with 2 major conventions that are coming. The Professional Convention Management Association, known as PCMA, convening Leaders Conference, and the United States Conference of Mayors. On this call today is Jessica Sullivan, representing the Experience Columbus. She is a colleague of ours from a number of years ago, and if you have any questions, I'm sure she'd be happy to answer those. But if you have no further questions, I would recommend this resolution.
Well, I would just say that we don't support resolutions from people who leave us. To Jessica, we're not supporting this. You go tell your boss that you failed at this. And no, I'm just, no, I don't have.
I expected nothing less. Thank you, Commissioner.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
I think she would get away without having to come on camera.
I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have about these 2 amazing conferences we have coming to Columbus next year.
Nope, I think we're all up. I'm sorry, Commissioner.
No, we're good. We're good.
Great work.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Great way to start the year.
That's right. If there are no further comments or questions, I will move approval of resolution 85322.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes.
Resolution number 85322 been adopted.
Thank you,
Resolution number-
Commissioners.
Take care.
Resolution number 85422. Resolution authorizing an amendment to the funding agreement with the Affordable Housing Trust to create more affordable home ownership and rental housing and to strengthen neighborhoods within Franklin County in the amount of $2,164,562.55.
Commissioners, this particular resolution is in the amount of $2,164,000 and supports the Affordable Housing Trust. They are a trusted partner of the county, and specifically we have used them to work on the affordable housing crisis, and certainly to, as the resolution mentions, strengthen the neighborhoods in Franklin County. This resolution will help create more affordable home ownership and rental housing, and be able to support those initiatives. What I will tell you is that because the real estate market has been doing so well, the conveyance fee, which helps fund the Affordable Housing Trust, has done well. And so we are asking at this particular point in time to include additional dollars in the amount of the 2.1 million that I mentioned. This amount will also fill in for a total, $5.5 million from the real estate conveyance fees. If you have no further questions, I'd recommend this resolution for your approval. I know that Lark Mallory is on the call this morning if you have any further questions.
If there aren't any questions, I'll move approval of resolution 854.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
yes.
Resolution number 854-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 855-22. Resolution authorizing a subrecipient agreement for COVID-19 recovery funds to the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission for lost revenue of the Franklin County Home Repair Program in the amount of $375,000.
Commissioners, the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission is another trusted party of the county that we have been engaged with providing home repair activities and programs to help low and moderate income homeowners maintain and improve functionality of their homes so they can live in a safe, comfortable environment. The negative impacts of COVID caused an unprecedented increase in labor cost, extended periods of time needed to complete residential repairs due to the COVID restrictions and guidelines. WARPC continued operating and providing those services through the home repair program during the pandemic. To do so, WARPC has had to reallocate funding reserves in order to replenish the depleting funds as a result of increased operating costs. In recognition of those benefits to residents of Franklin County's Board of Commissioners is hoping to approve, I'm asking you to approve this resolution this morning so that this one-time assistance coming out of COVID-19 recovery funds can be utilized to help them through their financial issues. If you don't have any questions, I'm recommending this resolution for your approval this morning.
Are no comments or questions on the approval of resolution 855?
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
yes.
Resolution number 855-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 856-22. Resolution authorizing an amendment to the COVID-19 recovery grant with the Saunders Public Relations Group by creating a comprehensive marketing and media strategy to connect Franklin County residents to eviction prevention and rental assistance resources in the amount of $11,900.
Commissioners, the Saunders Public Relations Group desires to support the county's goals by bringing awareness to the Stable Housing Initiative to aid various community partners, including the county, in meeting the housing needs and comprehensive marketing and media strategy that connects leveraging social media, media relations, digital communications, and developing comprehensive marketing materials. This contract amendment will concentrate on impact community action to assist them by marketing their reallocated dollars from the state of Ohio in the amount of $20 million from both the county and the city. The Franklin County Board of Commissioners passed resolution 0668-22 to the Impact Community Action Organization in emergency rental assistance in the amount of $10 million. That money needs to be spent by December of this year, the 29th of December. And the Saunders Marketing Group will market these dollars given the tight time frame to help spend those dollars down as needed. I would ask for your approval of this resolution this morning if you do not have any questions.
Director Schimmer, this is the rentful614.com programming to continue that promotion.
It is. Absolutely.
I have further comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 56-22.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
yes.
Resolution number 856-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 857-22. Resolution authorizing a compensation agreement by and between the county and the Prairie Township, Franklin County, related to the creation of tax increment financing districts related to the Village of Galloway development in order to compensate the county for tax revenues forgone.
Commissioners, this young man sitting next to me is Emmett Kelly, and Emmett has been an outside counsel to us, to the county, working with the prosecuting attorney's office and economic development on a large project that is being proposed on the west side of Columbus. Miller Development is planning a $235 million residential and commercial development project known as the Villages of Galloway, located on 233 acres of Prairie Township and within Franklin County. project's to be constructed over a 12-year period. The project involves a broad range of housing choices, 381 single-family units, 106 patio homes, 72 townhomes, 240 multi-family homes. It's been estimated by the developer that the project will generate over the 30-year life of the TIF approximately $94 million in revenue for Southwestern City Schools and approximately $36 million for the Prairie Township Fire District. Additionally, construction jobs will be created during the 12-year build-out period, and permanent jobs will be established when the commercial portion of the project is constructed. The important part of this particular project is the site location, which is within the Darby Accord and thus is subject to the Darby Accord revenue agreement. This will be the first Darby Accord project in the county that involves both the county and the township. As related to this, you are well aware that in 2006, the Darby Accord was established. In 2009, the Big Darby Accord revenue program was adopted. As part of that, there is a structure that has been laid out when it relates to TIF financing exemptions established in the Big Darby region. TIFs or tax increment financing districts are established in accordance with the Big Darby revenue program and are intended to be a 30-year non-school, non-township fire and emergency medical services TIF. The resolution that I bring before you today authorizes the compensation agreement between the county and Prairie Township related to the creation of the TIF districts for the villages of Galloway development. Prairie Township intends to establish an incentive district TIF under ORC 5709.73C, a commercial tax increment financing district under 57.73B. Each district will comply under the Big Darby revenue program to finance public infrastructure improvements associated with the development. After the payments to Southwestern City School and Prairie Township and Prairie Township Fire Department and EMS, the county and the levy agencies will receive 12.5% of revenue generated from the improvements granted through the payment from Prairie Township in accordance with the requirements of the revenue program to compensate our levy agencies, as we have done in the past, or used at the discretion of the county commissioners for regional and environmental infrastructure not meeting the accord, specifically those accord purposes. Finally, this resolution approves a compensation agreement between the county and Prairie Township, providing for distribution of funds and compensation of the county as previously agreed in the Darby Accord revenue plan. In the future weeks coming, EDP staff will also be presenting a new community authority sufficiency resolution, which sets 3 rounds of public notices and subsequent establishes a subsequent public hearing. After the public hearing, the commissioners will determine if they want to adopt the NCA approval resolution. And also EDP will be presenting the first amendment of the development agreement setting forth the parameters of the Big Darby revenue plan. As I mentioned, Emmett Kelly is here with his assistant Emma Mulvaney, another attorney from the firm. Steve Campbell, Chris Connolly, and James Jewell from Prairie Township Administrator are on the call as well. The number of attorneys we have here really does illustrate the fact it takes attorneys to build a village.
All true.
All true. It has been an interesting process, and we have really enjoyed the benefit of the outside counsel to help us through what really is a template that we'll use going forward in the Darby. With that, I don't know if you have any questions or not, but we're certainly here to answer.
Over the years, we've done this on a number of occasions now. This has got to be the 6th, 7th time we've done this. I remember the first one up at Worthington, maybe.
Yeah, this is a tiny bit different.
Well, this is different because
Yeah.
that's what I was going to, the point I was going to make. This is different because of the Darby Accord. It's the first time we've done it in the Darby,
Right.
which, you know,
Unique.
it's unique. We've been talking about doing development deals in the Darby since I became a commissioner.
Yeah, and back in 2009, we understood that tips are based on the backs of the levy agencies. And so we wanted to try and negotiate out an agreement that allowed us to be compensated and get revenues to the impacted agencies that will have to provide services for the folks that live in this particular zone.
Well, this is, I mean, so these types of agreements are unique anyway, because we've only done a handful of them, but this one in particular is unique, because this is the first time we've done. Well, that's the first time, there have been very few development agreements in the Darby, so to combine these two things like this is great. I mean, it's just, it's just, congratulations, good job. Thanks for, and I would imagine it would take at least, 15, 20 attorneys to do this thing.
Well, we've had
It was very common.
a good working relationship with everybody, and I think everybody has had the understanding that ultimately this is for the
Where's the rest
preservation.
of big attorneys?
I know.
I should know the answer to this, but because it's in the Darby Accord, the city of Columbus will be providing water and sewer services,
That's
correct?
correct.
Yes.
For the-
No requirement for annexation. Big.
There's a water and sewer agreement that will be connected to this
Yeah.
Okay.
that we're working on as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces.
That's an important.
More to come.
There are no further comments or questions. I'll be including the resolution 857.2. Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 85722 has been adopted. Resolution number 85822. Resolution authorizing an amendment to the service agreement with the Community Shelter Board, to develop and implement strategies that decrease homelessness in Franklin County in the amount of $121,855.
Commissioners Community Shelter Board acts as a nonprofit organization for us and develops and implements strategies that decrease homelessness and increases the placement of homeless people into permanent housing in our community. You approved on February 22nd an agreement, service agreement in the amount of $548,000, $5,489,000 with the Community Shelter Board to support those services. The county and the Community Shelter Board have agreed that an additional $121,855,000 can be used to support our contribution towards that comprehensive study. A comprehensive study of homelessness in Franklin County. Commissioners, I'm asking for your approval of this resolution this morning. If you do not have any further questions.
There are no comments or questions.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 85822 has been adopted. Resolution number 85922. Resolution authorizing a supplemental appropriation to provide community development services to Franklin County residents.
Commissioners, this resolution is really a supplemental appropriation of $250,000 in order to process payments for a variety of different invoices that we have in the community development area. We'd like to get those done by the end of the year, and therefore we're asking for your approval of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions on the approval of resolution 85922.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 85922 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners. It's a good day.
Two, thanks. Next is Justice Policy Programs.
Resolution number 86022. Resolution authorizing a professional services contract agreement with Galisa Carr for peer support and case management services for justice-involved residents referred to the Pathways and Rapid Resource Center programs in the amount of $40,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administrators. I'm Rochelle Pride, Director for the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. Ms. Galisa Carr will support the implementation of our Franklin County Public Health Center for Disease Control and Prevention data grant program. This is intended to enhance community and treatment linkages to support recovery efforts and prevent overdose in those re-entering communities from county jail by providing peer support and case management services for justice-involved residents that have been identified as at risk for an opioid-related overdose and served by the Franklin County Pathways and Rapid Resource Centers. Ms. Carr has committed to work a combination of traditional and non-traditional work hours, including evenings and weekends. With her attributed lived experience and previous involvement and impact by the justice system, this contract support goal number 2 of the Rise Together Blueprint for reducing poverty in Franklin County by eliminating systematic class, racial, gender, and disability wage gaps in employment. Pending any questions, we would ask your approval of this resolution.
Are there comments or questions on the resolution 8622?
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86022 has been adopted. Resolution number 86122. Resolution authorizing a contract with TKCK Investments to provide short-term respite housing for homeless individuals released from the Franklin County Correctional Center during the 3rd shift in the amount of $49,500.
The Office of Justice Policy and Programs intends to partner with TKCK Investments for the provision of a temporary emergency housing and briefcase management program for homeless individuals released from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office custody. Hereafter, this program shall be referred to as the RRC Bridge Program. The intended target population to be served are male and female inmates screened as homeless during the booking process into the Franklin County Correction Center and released between the hours of 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. Participation in services will be strictly voluntary and participants may exit the program at any point during it. The eligibility criteria for the program include individuals intending to remain in Franklin County, individuals indicating a willingness to work with OJPP staff and Bridge program staff in the development of longer-term housing solutions, participants willing to sign and adhere to established rules of conduct and acknowledge the Bridge program is intended for short-term emergency housing not to exceed 3 to 5 days as determined by TKCK personnel in consultation with OJPP. Individuals indicating a willingness to develop a post-release transition plan to support their positive reentry into the community. Referrals will be transported, residents who are referred will be transported directly from Franklin County Correction Center to the designated facility located at 813 Bryden Road, and the contractor transportation service provider arranged by the Sheriff's Office and OJPP will support this, and the cost shall be paid by the county. Upon arrival, the provider shall employ an approach like critical time intervention, which mobilizes support for this vulnerable population during a period of transition. Pending any questions, we would seek your approval of this resolution.
Comments or questions on the approval of resolution 86122?
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86122 has been adopted. Resolution number 86222. Resolution authorizing the Franklin County Administrator to accept receipt of an FY 2022 Comprehensive Opioid Stimulant and Substance Abuse Program Grant Award from the Bureau of Justice Assistance to support a combination of harm reduction, recovery, and treatment approaches intended to reduce overdose deaths, promote public safety, and support equitable access to addiction services.
The Office of Justice Policy and Programs applied for the FY 2022 COSAP funding in collaboration with both city and county public health departments to support an array of harm reduction activities, staffing dedicated to outreach and engagement with individuals at severe risk of overdose, and expansion of the Sheriff's Office pre-release MAP program. Both health departments intend to deploy and maintain harm reduction vending machines and expand their health education street outreach. The vending machines will include Noxalone kits, safe sex kits, first aid kits, fentanyl test strip kits, and pregnancy kits. Lastly, Noxalone will be purchased for distribution to public safety. As Franklin County transitions to operation of 2 rapid resource centers, funding has also been built into this grant to support some of the staffing necessary to ensure 24/7 operation at both facilities. Acceptance of the COSAP award document is an electronic process through the federal government's new Just Grants management system. Therefore, the award document does not require signature by the authorized official. Passage of this resolution will authorize the county administrator to serve as the authorized official for acceptance of the award. Credentials in the Just Grant system has been established for County Administrator Wilson. Pending any questions, we would seek your approval of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions on the approval of resolution 86222?
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86222 has been adopted.
Thank you. Have a great day.
22. Next is public facilities management.
Resolution number 86322. Resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a modification to the contract agreement with CalProof Roofing and Sheet Metal Incorporated to perform additional roofing and siding activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Corrections Center Continuation Phase 2A in the amount of the contract not to exceed $257,185, and authorizing the county administrator to approve and execute additional minor modifications to the contract agreement in the amount of $2,407,185.
Good morning, Commissioners. Darla Reardon, Director, Public Facilities Management. Also presenting today is Vivian Alexander, Chief Operating Officer. Today, we have 4 resolutions associated with the construction of the new Rapid Resource Center at the Correction Center. In February of 2021, CalProof Roofing and Sheet Metal Inc. was awarded a contract agreement to perform roofing and siding activities associated with the construction of the new Franklin County Correction Center continuation phase. This resolution authorizes a modification of the contract agreement with CalProof to perform additional roofing and siding activities for the new Rapid Resource Center. Pending any questions, PFM respectfully requests your approval of this contract modification.
Comments or questions on approval of resolution 86322?
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86322 has been adopted. Resolution number 86422. Resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a modification to the contract agreement with WF Olin Company to perform additional painting activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center Continuation Phase 2A in the amount of the contract not to exceed $22,992, and authorizing the county administrator to approve and execute additional minor modifications to the contract agreement in the amount of $1,399,192.
Good morning, Commissioners. In June of 2021, WF Olin Company was awarded a contract agreement to perform painting activities associated with the construction of the new Franklin County Correction Center continuation phase. This resolution authorizes a modification of the contract agreement with Bolin to perform additional painting activities for the new Rapid Resource Center. Pending any questions, PFM respectfully requests your approval of this contract modification.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 86422.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86422 has been adopted. Resolution number 86522. Resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a modification to the contract agreement with SA Communale Company Incorporated to perform additional fire protection activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center Continuation Phase 2A in the amount of the contract not to exceed $48,777, and authorizing the county administrator to approve and execute additional minor modifications to the contract agreement in the amount of $1,046,665.
In February 2021, SA Communale Company Incorporated was awarded a contract agreement to perform fire protection activities associated with the construction of the new Franklin County Correction Center continuation phase. This resolution authorizes a modification of the contract agreement with SA Communale to perform additional fire protection activities for the new Rapid Resource Center. Pending any questions, PFM respectfully requests your approval of this contract modification.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 86522.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86522 has been adopted. Resolution number 86622. Resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a modification to the contract agreement with Atlas Industrial Contractors LLC to perform additional electrical activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in the amount of the contract not to exceed $365,094, and authorizing the county administrator to approve and execute additional minor modifications to the contract agreement in the amount of $782,654.
In January 2021, Atlas Industrial Contractors LLC was awarded a contract agreement to perform electrical activities associated with the construction of the new Franklin County Correction Center. This resolution authorizes a modification of the contract agreement with Atlas to perform additional electrical activities. Pending any questions, PFM respectfully request your approval of this contract modification.
If no comments or questions? Move approval of resolution 6622.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86622 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Resolution number 86722. Resolution authorizing a service contract with Wi-Fi LLC doing business as Planet Studios to provide wayfinding and signage design services associated with developing a wayfinding signage plan for the Franklin County Government Center and connected buildings in the amount of $216,000.
Public Facilities Management issued a request for proposal to solicit proposals for wayfinding and signage design services. 2 proposals were received. This resolution authorizes a services contract with Wi-Fi LLC doing business as Planet Studios, a local firm, to provide for the development of a wayfinding signage plan for the Franklin County Government Center and surrounding county properties. The primary focus of this important project is to develop and implement a consistent signage standard and wayfinding improvements that allow for ease of access to and a positive experience for staff and visitors to the Franklin County Government Center downtown complex. Pending any questions, PFM respectfully request your approval of this contract with Wi-Fi LLC doing business as Planet Studios.
Does that include the non-attached facilities to this, so the courthouse and other facilities in the area?
Specifically, Commissioner, it's all county properties between 3rd Street to the east, Front Street to the west, Main Street to the north, and Fulton Street to the south. So basically not just connected, but in this immediate kind of downtown square complex.
Thanks.
Will it include the new municipal court building in, 2030 when they finally finish building it?
Well, this project will obviously at this point focus on existing facilities, but I think we would be thoughtful of any, new facilities in the vicinity, certainly.
Thank you. I will be more than happy to approve. If there are no further comments, questions, or questions, I'll be more than happy to approve resolution 86722.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86722 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Next, we have purchasing. Resolution number 86822. Resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $4,157,788.72.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing, and joining me is D'Amico Withers, Chief Economic Equity and Inclusion Officer in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 96 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. Chief Withers has the supplier diversity data for you this week. Good morning, D'Amico.
Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. 9 of the purchase orders being presented today will go to 5 minority business enterprises, 2 small and emerging business enterprises, and 2 women business enterprises, totaling $88,134.36. The following agencies have increased their supplier diversity this week: Public Facilities Management, Animal Care and Control, Job and Family Services, the Clerk of Courts, and the Sheriff's Department. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
No comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 86822.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 86822 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Lastly, we have the Board of Commissioners, resolution number 86922. Resolution authorizing a transfer of funds for the payment of debt service.
Commissioners, this is our annual resolution that would authorize the necessary transfers to make the county's December first debt service payment, which is approximately $15 million. Pending any question, would ask your approval for this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move approval of resolution 869.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes.
Resolution number 869-22 has been adopted.
Do you have any journalizations?
We do not.
All right, that concludes our meeting. Are there any questions from any members of the media? Seeing that there are none, that concludes our meeting. Thank you.